audio. In 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 audio.
Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for another call-in show. It's been a week since the last call-in show, and like I said to you, we keep the consistency up. You know what I'm saying, to regular call-in shows on the channel. Come and hear what you got to say, man. This is shows about you. I don't want to hear no opinions from me. I give my opinion 7 days a week on the channel. You know what I'm saying to you. So for me, this is all about you guys. Want to get as many people as we can on the show, um, wherever you are in the world. You know what I'm saying, to come and have your say, and let us know what you think about the Hojlund situation. Um, Apparently, Atalanta have rejected um, a bid plus players as well included. So they're not looking for players included in the deal. Elanga, should we sell him? Should we keep him? Should we loan him only and get a better option? The situation about Onana, apparently it could be happening tomorrow. Maybe the bid might be coming in. So there's a lot to talk about, people, man. So make sure you tune in now and get your say. I'm going to put the link in the chat as ever. Pinned comment for the link. Obviously, Manchester United fans only, because it is a Man United calling show. So you get the hint. I'm sure other fans of other clubs do their own shows. But yeah, people, I'm going to put the link in right now. Make sure you get your camera on. Make sure you got some good internet. And you know what, as well, guys? If you're driving, pull up, people, pull up. If you're driving, please pull up, because I'd rather you pull up and you're safe, innit? So yeah, man, you guys, I don't want you dying on the stream, you know what I'm saying, or having a crash on the stream, man. So people, if you're watching right now, please, when you call in, please pull up and then come on the show. But yeah, here's the link, guys. It's gonna pin it to the chat right now as well. Make sure you smash a like on the video, people. Over 200 of you's already on here. And yeah, man, let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Big up to everybody here, man. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the comments, man. Love for the comments, man. I'm just doing my job, man, and you know what I mean. I'm a content creator, but I appreciate the kind of nice words that people come and say. Um, yeah, my link is pinned, guys. Come and have your say. Big up to the community who's locked in. We've got Nicole, Sule. You know, Sule says here 85 million is overpriced. Well, there you go. Come and have your say as to why it's overpriced. That's what we're here for, man. But yeah, the link is pinned in the chat. And yeah, uh, niggas dying on the stream. Yo, listen, I just think for me, like I said to you, it's one of them where if you can pull up, that would be the kind of easiest thing to do. You know what I'm saying to you? So that would be kind of the best thing to do possible. United Nate TV says Saeed, I didn't think you guys gave Hannibal enough love last night. He was an absolute beast in that half. Pressing interceptions, one touch. I think for me, you're right. I don't think I gave enough credit to Hannibal yesterday. I think for me, looking back on it, I think he did well to the situation that he had. So yeah, you know what? To be fair, I didn't give him enough credit. I just kind of look at where he's gonna play in the future, and I just struggle to see where he's gonna perform in that aspect. So yeah, man. In that regards, 100%, man, 100%. But let's get our first caller in. We got Leso Football TV. Leso, your internet's moving mad, though, man. What's going on? Can you hear us?
Yo, man, it's that South African load shedding thing that's happening, man. Have you heard about it?
No, no. What's happening in South Africa?
Can you hear me? Yeah, man, with the whole
Yeah, I can hear you. I
electricity
can
thing,
hear you.
man. I mean, like sometimes we have like electricity, and then there's like times where there's no electricity, man. It's a whole power outage sort of thing that's a problem. So yeah,
Okay, my bad. Apologies, apologies.
how are you doing? How are you doing, my brother?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad, man. I'm all good. I'm just
Yeah.
we're just talking about the situation, about the strikers, just in general, your feelings about everything. This is your time to call in, man. So what do you want to say?
Man, I mean, it's a jungle out there right now in the transfer market. I mean, it's not a fun time to be a United fan. But I feel like a lot of these stories are hogwash, man. I mean, you know, one thing you get this, you get someone saying something different, and then another person saying something another. That's utterly
Mm,
different. So for me, I wouldn't put my heart all into it at the moment, especially with our transfers. I mean, we've got Neil Ashton working overtime, so
yeah.
but I think with Hoyland, if he's more than 60 million, we shouldn't pay for it. I'm all about not misusing funds anymore. We need to spend wisely now. Especially now that we have a very limited budget. We still haven't sold players yet, so we need to be smart in how and who we pay money for. As much as Ten Hag wants him, you can't just overpay for a player. Even City have limits. At City, even Pep can't pay for when they wanted Maguire and Leicester said, he's 80 million. Man City pulled out, despite Pep
Mm,
wanting him. So there has to be boundaries in this. There's a lot of options. I feel like besides him, there's also Muani as well.
yeah,
So
he's gonna cost a
if
lot of
if
money as
if
well.
it turns
One
out,
is gonna probably cost more.
yeah, and there's Felix as well on loan. So I mean,
Mm,
there's various options to actually navigate around. So I'm not too scared about this. I think it will be solved. I mean, Hojlund wants to leave. He's a United fan. He
mm,
follows the United stand. So I mean, it, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. And then with regards to Onana will also get done. I think he will go on the United States tour. I think that will be sorted. It's very crucial that we get a
mm,
goalkeeper in right now. So I think
mm,
they'll rush that one through the door.
mm. Yeah, hopefully, man. Leso, it's been a
Yeah.
pleasure, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. Thanks.
All time.
Take care. Take care, man. Let's bring on DJ Paul. We got super chat before I bring you on. DJ Paul says, Rajaf says, massive respect towards Ten Hag. As today I heard podcasts where rival team fans are having huge doubts on coming to Old Trafford, and winning Old Trafford is a fortress again. Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. Absolutely. Love to see the fear. What are you saying, DJ Paul, man? Everything all blessed?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. I just want to start off with listen, Hoyland. If it's 85 million, don't don't bid. It literally makes no fucking sense, really. I mean, uh, um, 15 more million and you get Harry Kane. So like
Mm,
what really is the point? Like
mm,
there's no point in bidding for Hoyland. It really doesn't make any sense. I don't understand really why every player we're linked to is just always we have to pay some ridiculous amount of money. So I just
mm,
don't understand. We just have poor negotiators. Like I look at John Murtaugh, whatever his name is. What does he really do? Like, really, what does he do? Because
mm.
all this negotiations and whatnot, and then you end up paying the same price. What really is the point? We're not going to pay what 80 million, or United weren't going to pay over 55. They then paid 60 for Mount. United have been going back and forth on this Onana deal. They'd end up paying what Inter Milan wants. So for me, I'm just like, what do you really do? And I'm I'm actually now of the opinion that just pay whatever the club wants. I mean, what the other team
Mm.
wants to land the players, especially for the important ones like Onana.
Yeah, because they're
For
all important, man. If you look at it, the positions, they're
yeah,
all important, man. Even the Amrabat one or whoever we're gonna get in midfield, they're important as well. But the problem is though, well, there's a lack of funding. Apparently, we have to be sensible this year because of certain situations and the restricted budget that we're on, so-called restricted budget. So there isn't that funds there apparently this year. So that's why I'm like,
but you look
is
at
there any other options though? Go on.
Elanga. Elanga right now, and this is just new. He's about to leave the club, and I'm seeing
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Would you sell him or would you loan him?
no, I'm selling him. There's no point in keeping
Okay.
him. Selling it. And especially when I saw 15, 20 million. For me now, I'm looking at it now. Any money now is just good money. I'm looking at selling Alanga now and potentially using that money to go get Hammer back quickly because I'm seeing
Okay.
Barcelona, Bayern Munich linked. And once those clubs get linked, if you're Manchester United, there's really no chance that you could get that player. So if he's available for, or if they want 20 million, and I also
Mm.
heard that Forest also interested as well,
Yeah, yeah,
apart
yeah, yeah.
from Everton.
That's what I'm saying. Why should we wait? Like let it be a bidding war rather than maybe just selling straight away. Because I
I,
didn't hear about Nottingham Forest until after I was like, okay, then let's just sell him right now. You
I
know what I mean?
literally
But
would just take the 20 million and just go. Take the 20 million, go. If Fred wants to go for even as low as 15, I would take 15, 20 million for a lot of these players currently right now. Dean Henderson the same. About 20, maybe probably 25, but I would take that. You when you sell those three players, 20, 20, 25, that's what my math, I can't really do math not right now, but
yeah, yeah.
that's about I swear that should be about like
Mm,
I don't know, 65. That should be about 65. Yeah.
mm,
So you already have 65 million.
mm.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just have to trust the Glazers to kind of spend that money. That's the issue, innit? You know what I mean? You have to trust the Glazers to kind of get that money and then spend it, and that's the why. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking at the situation with Hoyland. I'm like, there isn't much else elsewhere. Like Teremi, really? Like, are we confident he's gonna come in the Premier League and do something? Like, yeah, he scored in the Portuguese league, but bro, like, I don't know, man. It's just again another stopgap signing, if you know what I mean. So it's mad, bro. I
I
just
think
hope, yeah,
I
we
think we
get
really
something
do.
in because I'm not looking to see Martial up front next season. I'm not.
Listen, I hope we seriously consider Felix on loan, but of course we have to move out a lot of players. I really hope he's
Yeah.
not a striker, but I do feel like he needs to be seriously considered now because if we don't get Hoyland, then it's like I mean that's the only sort of backup option. But even he's not really a striker like that. And we need a second um
Mm,
coming into as well. So I
mm,
don't know. I don't know. I just really hope we could get all these deals done because
mm,
it's a fine line really between you know this window being a disaster or this window being actually decent. So we'll see though.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. DJ Paul, man. Love, man. We'll catch up soon, man. Big
No
up.
problem, man. You too.
Big up, man. Big up, man. Big up to everybody still watching. Make sure you guys are liking the video. 400 of you already in here. And if you want to call in, guys, I'm only going to be here for 2 hours. So everybody that comes in at the end and starts complaining, you know what I mean? Call in now. Don't wait around. Call in now and come and have your say. Brian, how are you, mate?
I'm good, Said, yourself, and everyone in the chat.
Yeah, man. Good, man. Good.
Right. Rasmus Hojlund situation, I'm not surprised. Here, let's face it, right? 18 months ago, we could have Julian Alvarez. We effed that
Yeah,
up,
true.
right? Benjamin Sesko last summer. We effed that up, right?
Yep.
And now we're after another young striker. And it looks like we're effing this up as well. There's
Yeah.
a pattern to it. We could have had Moises Caicedo a few years back. Now
Yeah.
we're trying to get him. Now, we were linked with him earlier in the summer for what, 60, 70 million? We could
Yep.
add him for 4 or 5. This is a typical pattern of United Glazer business. And I'm done with. This call is hashtag Glazers out. They don't know what they're doing. Murtock and what's his name don't know what they're doing. They're effing up this football club. Get them out.
Yep.
Right? If you've got a season ticket, refund it. Whatever, right? Old Trafford should be empty every single game as long as the Glazers are in. That's my message, right? Merchandise. If you bought a United top or whatever, send it back. You bought United merchandise, send it frickin' back. We should not be putting any more money in these people's pockets until they get out of our club.
Mm.
That's my message.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
surprised.
mean, yeah, the situation. What we can do right now, though, did the transfer window kind of give you any hope in terms of any other alternatives? Do you want to see anything else? Can United do anything in this short space of time now? It's less than a month now till the season starts. So we got to act quick now.
Well, there's 2 positions we need, right? Because we effed up the David De Gea situation, right? You think if you're dealing with David De Gea, right? You'd have a replacement ready to go.
Yeah,
Because we saw yesterday, right? Who was our goalkeeper? Heaton,
yeah,
right?
true.
Like he's our number 1 goalkeeper, right? At this point right now, he's our number 1 goalkeeper going into the season. If Henderson leaves.
He's been blocked by. Man United have blocked his move to go to Luton because obviously they're
Yeah,
trying to work out, how if they get a
yeah,
new
I know.
goalkeeper or not. It's mad. It's mad, innit?
We're just right now. This club is run right. I could put a bunch of 4-year-olds in charge of this club, and they probably would do a better job. I'm serious. These 4-year-old people have imagination, right? We got no imagination. We don't know how to scout young players. We don't know how to bring in young players. When we are linked with young players, suddenly other teams, right? Kim Min Jae, right? We could add him a couple of years. We could add him last season on the
Yeah,
cheap, right? We
yeah.
were linked with him this summer. The deal was virtually done, apparently. And as soon as Bayern Munich came in, done. Business done. That's how you do business.
Mm.
We don't do business like a team. We do business. Could you come down another 5 million, please? Please, please, please. Come down another 5 million. That's how we do business, right? We beg, and then we pay. Then we pay the asking price anyway. All right, I'm not. I know that's funny, but that's how we do business,
Mm.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
And by the way, yeah, 50 million or 85 million, right? Right. I could see 40 million, maybe 10 million with things, something like that, right? 10 million with added
someone.
bonuses,
Yeah,
performance bonuses, whatever, right? Depend something like that, right? And then over that there, yeah, we're paying too much for Highland. But
disgrace,
it's
innit?
crazy.
Disgraceful.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian, it's been a pleasure, man. Honestly, you spoke a lot of sense there, man. Brilliant call, mate. And we'll catch up next week, man.
No worries, Said. Have a good one, man. Peace.
You too, man. You too. You too. Big up to Brian there. speaking from the heart. People, if you want to come and call in, over 400 of yous in here, make sure you like the video, people, man. There's not many people backstage, so get your calls in right now. The space is available, so call in. Nedu, what are you saying, man? You good? You're on mute, bro. You're on mute.
Oh, how are you doing, man? I'm all right.
Yeah, man. Not too bad, man. Not too bad. What are you saying?
Um, what can I say? You know what? I didn't even read like the headline. So what's the headline for today?
So basically, we're just talking about Elanga, the bidding war. Atalanta basically saying no players are included in a swap deal. We want a certain price. Um, and yeah, man, and obviously Onana, the situation could be tomorrow apparently. So
Yeah.
just kind of gauging everyone's opinion on what's going on really in the transfer market and how you feeling.
First, let me talk on. I'll start with first. I don't want to talk about the Glazers. They just piss me off. I'm gonna take it for what it is now. We just
Yeah,
have to go forward. We just have to support the manager with whatever he has. We know he's
yeah,
already doing a job with one hand tied behind his back.
yeah,
Uh, On to Elanga. When I'm going to talk about the bidding wars about Elanga, I saw this coming. I mentioned this
yeah,
not you, but like I have people that I talk ball with over on this end, and I said it. I'm like, when Ragnick came in for the kind of football Manchester United have been playing for the past year and a
mm,
half. Elanga, and I don't know what it is, but anytime he played, maybe it's a bias I have towards him. He's
mm,
not the best. He's not a world beater or anything. But I would rather
no,
Elanga, in and around the team than Garnacho. You guys are going to kill me for saying this, but
mm,
honestly, Elanga can do a job. I'm not surprised that people are coming in for the bidding war for him because
mm,
he has something, especially when he plays with Sweden and everything. So if we can get 20 million from Elanga, that would be great. That would be awesome,
mm,
honestly. Um,
mm.
in regards to all
Yeah.
we need to get Onana done yesterday. Uh,
Mm.
we need Onana in. I still don't know what the manager is trying, like what kind of football the manager is trying to play. But from yesterday, from the match yesterday, we could see at least he's trying to play from the back. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I saw Heaton on the halfway line. I'm like, there you go.
Yeah, yeah,
I
man.
was-
He wants
I'm
that.
like,
He
I'm
wants
like,
that. He
man,
wants that play.
man like Heaton. But
Mm.
yeah, and that other keeper, the young guy.
Cover.
Look, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but Ten Hag needs to build that guy more. Like, give him a couple games here and there. Like, let him, get into the team. I really like the look of him. I watched Ranch stream earlier, and he said he didn't like Hannibal's gameplay yesterday. I enjoyed Hannibal's gameplay. I enjoyed
Yeah.
gameplay. I want to
I,
see.
I I struggle to see where he plays long term though. But for me, what he did yesterday, you got to give him credit, man. It's just whether
Yeah,
he can build on it. I still
yeah,
think he deserves another loan. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because there's no point keeping him. Whereas
If
Mino, I think for me, he can be part of the squad. Definitely,
there's no,
Mino.
I don't have anything to say on Mino because he speaks for himself. His
Yes,
performance
exactly.
speaks for himself. Like Ten Hag, if Garnacho can break into the team, Mino should be in the team already. Mino should be
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
the team. Ahmad already speaks for himself. Like you could see
Yep.
his maturity on the ball. Like Ahmad will get the
Mm,
ball and he looks for what next to do. He doesn't see what next to do. He holds up the ball. Hold
yep.
it, hold it, hold it. Someone comes in, pass,
Wait.
move. This is what we don't
Yep.
have with Anthony. This is what I'm not seeing more of Sancho doing. You know, um,
Mm,
look, think of what to do and do it quick as well. Be witty on the
yep.
ball. Be quick on your feet. I also like that. In regards to Hoyland, I'm gonna say this: if we are going to pay more than 40 million, forget it.
Uh,
Forget it.
40 million. Even if you know he's the only striker that
If
we need to get though as
Said,
well.
I like the guy. I've been on Hoyland's case. I'm like, we need him, but if it's more than
Who's
40,
your alternatives then? Who's your
because
alternative then?
I'm gonna tell you now, but because we don't know that the Qataris are gonna come, forget Hoyland for
Yeah.
now. Yes, I know we're always talking about stuff like stuff, but go to Mitrovic. just go and put something down for him. Just try like
Even they will want at least 50 million for Mitrovic.
no,
They
no,
want
come
50 million.
on, come on.
I'm telling
You know,
you,
Fulham
Mitrovic
aren't
is
rich.
going to be
Though.
worth 50.
Fulham aren't rich. Like take about 30 million, maybe a 5 million add-on.
If Fulham lose Mitrovic, Fulham could get relegated next season.
True, you're very right. But 35
So
million, should, 35 million should convince Fulham. 35 million,
I'm
30
not
million.
sure, man.
You know,
You know when you're desperate. Okay, let me ask you something. Yeah, if
yeah.
you don't have something, yeah, but
Hmm.
I have it a lot, and I've got it in premium and whatnot, and you're looking at it thinking, you're saying to yourself, I need that though, and I've got it, and nobody else in the town has got it. It's always going to be more expensive. It's when you have the sneakers or watch, like the only watch that there's there in the world, yeah,
Yeah.
that is becomes so valuable. So
Yeah,
this is
you're
the
very
striking
right.
situation
You're,
right now.
yeah, you're very right, Said. But I don't know, like there's some clubs that United would always have the power over, and I feel like Fulham is one of them.
Okay,
And
fair enough.
like yeah, so we need to like if I'm just saying like if the Atlanta because we remember we spent about 40 million for Ahmad, right?
Yeah,
I'm like,
we
are you
did.
going? Is Hojlund that much better than Ahmad? Like, what are we gonna get from Hojlund that we cannot already get from the players in our
Yep,
team? Like, because honestly, if we can, if even if it means sticking Rashford on the striking position for the next season and just thugging it
yep,
out until maybe we can get the Qataris or go for Harry Kane when he's free if he doesn't sign a new contract. But I'm like, if
yep,
you're willing to spend 65 million on Hoyland. Just pay the 100 for Kane, man. Like
yeah.
pay the 100
That's
for Kane.
true.
Like if you're going to spend if you this is what I don't get with United. If you're going to spend 60 million on a month with 1 year left, are you trying to
Mm.
tell me Kane is not worth 100 million with 1 year left on it? You're talking about possibly, arguably, top two best strikers in the world currently.
But then you neglect the keeper, and then that becomes a situation where it's like, you know what I mean? It's one of them, man. It's a mixture of everything.
Yes,
So
it's a mixture. You're
I don't
right.
know,
It's a
man.
mixture of everything. But I feel like the striking position is something we can go without for one extra year while we build other things. Like we definitely need another new midfielder. I was gonna
Yeah.
say we needed two more, but now that I've seen Mano actually do what I already knew he could do, we need to get just one. I would love us to get an Amrabat. Very
Mm,
good for the price. The price that they're calling, I don't believe that's the price, but if that's the
mm,
price, we are going to be stupid not to do it. Like, let's
mm.
just get Amrabat in there. I'm not going to take back my word about Mount, but seeing him play, Saeed, I'm willing to concede for the season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I
don't
think
know
I think
what
that's
these
the case.
idiots are on about Mount Phil Comp for what Mount was
Nah,
treated as,
leave them,
and
man.
I watched his interview after the game, and the position he explained that Tenag told him, I'm like, okay, you know what? That's the position you explained, and that's what I saw you play. He's okay. I just don't need him to be on our set pieces.
Mm,
Leave that for Bruno. His
mm.
set pieces are
Yeah,
not, but I
yeah,
could see
yeah.
what Ten Hag is trying to do with Mount, and honestly, I'm willing to concede. I'm willing to concede for
Mm,
the season and watch what Mount can do. But yeah, that's about it for now. Elanga, 20 million, perfect, wonderful deal. We need
mm,
we need to get Fred out too, because I've seen what Mount can do. So Fred can go
mm,
for about if we can get 20 million for Fred, brilliant deal. McTominay has to go. I don't know
mm.
how we're gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Even if it means us taking McTominay and giving it to Fiorentina to get Amrabat, he has to go.
Oh,
Honestly, we need to
let's
start.
see.
Yeah, we need to start seeing a
Mm,
lot of definition in the midfield. I,
yeah,
I'm liking
yeah,
it. I'm liking it so far. Not liking it. I'm understanding it currently, and hopefully it works out for Ten Hag for next season. But I'm still side eyeing this guy. I'm still going to side
yeah.
until the season.
We'll see. We'll
But
see. Next
for
season,
now,
next season's gonna be wild.
yeah, for now, high hopes for me.
Mm. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Nedu, big up to you, bro.
big
Love
up,
as
man.
always, man.
Yeah, man. Love.
Big up, man. Big up, man. Let's bring in Pop. Guys, make sure you like the video, people. Everyone watching right now, you know what I mean? I know you appreciate the content, but a lot of you don't like the video. So please hit the like button. It doesn't cost you a penny. And yeah, man, let's bring on Pop. Pop, what you saying? You
Yo,
good, bro?
yo, bro, big up, bro. What you up to, man?
Yeah, man, chilling, man. We're just talking about the situation now. You know what I mean? Everything's You know, it's picking up. The pace is picking up. Hopefully, we get some players in. But how are you feeling right now? What do you want to talk about, man? Are you there, bro? Yo, Pop. Oh, I think he's frozen, man. Let's bring on Waleed. Waleed, what do you say, Waleed?
Alaikum, bro. UK.
Yeah, salam, bro. How are you doing, man?
Alhamdulillah, not too bad, man. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
man.
I want to say, bro, how is it possible, yeah, for a club like Man City selling players you, I know I've never heard of, you probably never heard of, academy players? They've not even played one game for the senior team,
Yeah,
and they're selling £15 million, £20 million, or so to
yeah, yeah.
teams
I know.
to Southampton, whilst United, yeah, can barely get that for a established Swedish international. I'm not saying Elanga is a world beater. Let's not beat that.
Yeah,
But he's proving he's a Premier League player. He's an international player and he does really well for Sweden considering what he does. And we can barely get 20 million for him. And then you got Fred,
yeah.
who's a Brazilian international. Listen, we don't we probably don't appreciate Fred as much as he needs to be, but he does still get in the Brazilian lineup. He
Mm.
gets in ahead of Fabinho, who's going to Saudi Arabia for 40 million. But
Mm.
we can't even get half that price.
Yeah, it's true. You know, we overpay and we undersell. That's what we do. That's Man United for you right there. We underpay. We
Yeah,
overpay, sorry, and we undersell. That's the
but
story of Man United.
doesn't that show you that we've got incompetent people in place?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
that would never have happened under the previous. You know, when we used to have David Gill,
Yeah.
that would never used to happen. We used to sell play. We used to be that the Man City. We used to sell players for premium prices. Why? Because they played for Man United. They've got the United DNA in them. And now we
Mm.
can't sell no one. Look, we're struggling. Who are we really selling in the summer lineup in the
Mm.
summer?
Who would you sell right now? Who would you sell? Who needs to go for you?
For me, centre backs wise, it has to be Maguire. I'm not anti Maguire or anything, but if you look at it,
Yeah.
if a full back is getting ahead of him, that's it. That's the end of the line for you.
Mm.
Lindelof, we can still use him as a backup to Varane. I think he's very good.
Yeah.
He's on the ball. He's not as aggressive, but he's still an intelligent player. Midfield wise, I don't think you can sell McTominay and Fred in the same window. Personally, I
Mm.
think you sell one, you replace him with maybe Amrabat, and you keep the other one, and then you get rid of him in the next window also.
Mm.
Wingers wise, I'll keep all our wingers to be honest with you. Apart from Elanga, sorry, but the rest I think we keep them because you got Pelestri, Ganacho, then you got the rest. Ahmad, I think he deserves his chance now. If you listen to Sunderland fans, they're raving about him. He was lighting up the championship, which is not an easy league to be fair. It's a
No, no,
very
it's tough
it's a
league.
tough it's a
Tough
tough
league.
league. You know what I mean? It's up there with the European leagues. To be honest with you, as in like
Mm.
toughness, you need the amount of games that you play. I think they play more than any other league.
Mm.
Striker wise, I don't think we can get rid of anyone. We've got no one there.
Mm.
But the thing is, who do we bring in?
Martial, but again, he's not. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah,
There's no value in Martial,
personally,
is there?
exactly. Personally, what I'll bring that Teremi guy from Porto. I think
Okay.
I think you can bring him on cheap for a couple of years. If you're not, because I'm not
Mm.
gonna go for you're not gonna go for Hojlund for 85.
Yeah,
Even
that's
I don't
true.
think I don't think we should touch Hojlund if it comes to anything above 55 million, 60 million. I don't think you touch him.
Mm. So who do you go there? Who's your alternatives then to him?
For him, Teremi, and I'll play Rashford up front, and then I don't know. You got Rashford, you got Teremi, and then you promote one of the youngsters up
Mm.
front because
See, yeah,
Harry Kane's going for premium. If he goes
yep.
to, I don't think he's going to go to the Premier League. Ramos from Benfica, good player, but it's a premium and a budget we can't afford it. I think what can we do with the money we got? If we're not selling anyone, have you heard the term beggars can't be choosers?
Yeah, that's true as well. Beggars
So
can't be choosers.
yeah, Taremi is going for cheap considering Porto they got financial issues, so they'll probably
Mm.
sell him. So I'll go for that, and he's a stopgap. And he's not. Don't worry, he's not the next Weghorst. This guy is actually, you can see him in the Champions League.
Mm.
He does really well for Porto. He's a good link-up striker, and
Mm.
I think he benefit Rashford. And then for next
Mm.
year, inshallah, when the Qataris come through, then we can go big. That's if they do come through.
bro. I hope so, man. I hope so, man. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're crying out for now, man. You know what I mean? We need an unlimited budget in terms of in the right way though, not the kind of way where we're kind of playing right now. So hopefully, like I said, man, we could get some players in. So go on.
Yeah, that's yeah. We are to be fair to Ten Hag, he is getting slowly players in because I'm hearing now that I'm on Twitter that Onana should be done in the next 24 hours.
24
with,
hours. Yeah, I'm hearing that as well. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, the guy that
That
just
was
big
a
up bullied.
must, man.
I can't even say his name. I think what we'll do, we're slowly we're getting there. Qatar has come through. We're looking ahead. You know what? We're just going through the storm. The Glazers are doing the last damage to the club.
Yep.
And hopefully, inshallah, once that's through, yeah, other fans, the opponent fans, they know what's coming through. A united team,
absolutely.
with a actual. We're not even asking for an owner to spend billions. To be honest with you, we are a team that can benefit, that we can run on with our money. So you know what I mean.
Hopefully,
our opponents are scared of us.
Absolutely. Waleed, it's been a pleasure, man. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Pleasure's mine, my brother. Thank you.
Come on, man. Anytime, bro. Let's bring back Pop. Are you there, bro? What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now, bro. Yeah, I'm hearing you, bro.
What are you saying, man? You good? You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm chilling. So yeah, as it relates to everything, bro, big up, man. Thanks for having us, bro. Cause I mean, you're the only guy I see who have this interaction with the fans, bro. So we appreciate it.
Come on, man.
You know,
I appreciate anytime, bro. Anytime, man.
Yeah. So with the thing with Ten Hag is that I think the fans sometimes, bro, we're kind of hypocrites because my thing is everybody is saying that we should get a striker or that's what we want, but the thing is, I remember like a couple seasons ago when Man City weren't playing with a quote unquote striker, everybody was saying that they want to have an interchange in front three. So what happened to that? What if what all you guys wanted back then is what the manager want now? Because I feel like he's looking at the numbers saying, okay, I have Mount, Rashford, Garnacho, Sancho, Anthony. And I think he's looking at it like, I got 6 guys. Martial and Rashford is going to be my number 9 rotating. Mount is going to play left wing with Sancho as backup, and Anthony and Garnacho. I think he's looking at like, I got 6 guys, and Martial and Rashford is going to be my guys. And I don't think it's a coincidence why we are always getting linked with stopgap strikers. I think we get linked with those guys because the manager just probably want to have somebody to change the game plan, like a plan B thing. But we don't know.
Plan B is plan A, though. Always, I feel like with Man United, plan B is always plan A. You know what I mean? That's a problem.
But I think we got to take that into account because I mean, bro, we always say we want a striker, but you don't know what he's trying to do with Rashford. You don't remember Rashford scored a couple headers last season. You don't know if he's thinking, yo, this guy, he can do it. He scored because on paper, 30 goals is 30 goals. So we got to be careful. What we want is not always what we think. And remember side. You see, managers, it's kind of funny when you go to a different environment because everybody thought Van de Beek was going to be his main guy. I know when everybody's picking their team, they're not picking Van de Beek. What happened to that? Van de Beek, Tejax is going to make Van de Beek this. What happened to that? So people change. So we got to be careful or we just assume that, yo, this is what the guy wants. We can't blame. Like I'm not saying the club is saint, but in certain situations, we got to look at it logically. And I think that on paper, we have 6 guys, and I think the manager might look at it like I got enough option to have the goal shared out. This guy scored 10, this guy scored 15, this guy scored 15. So and with me outside with the players, I think that's why I always say, you see, when it comes to football and you're playing for like a team like Manchester United, bro, it's a lot of pressure, and that's why I don't back guys like Sancho and Anthony and these guys, because when these guys are playing and people are going to tell you that they need a system. I watched a stream recently and people are telling me that Sancho should be playing false 9 and all of that, bro. And what I'm saying, You watch the little guy. You watch Emeran yesterday. We don't know him. I never heard of him. The first time you watch, you saw that he has pace. He used left foot. That's one. He's quick. He's tall. You watch him one time and you need that. So all of you guys that are saying that Sancho need this, Anthony needs that. That's why we're always gonna be a team
You think
that's
there's
not
excuses?
successful.
You think there's excuses for these players?
We did it with Pogba, we did it with Matic, we did it with Mkhitaryan, we did it with a lot of players, bro. They need this, they need that, and we're gonna always have 5 or 6 guys that we don't know what we're gonna do with them, and we are just on this. Nah, bro. Sancho, listen, side. You gotta work hard as a professional player. If you're fast, all right, you're playing in Germany, you're very fast, but that's relative to who you're playing against. So let's say you move from Germany and you're playing in a different country where your top speed put you like at the bottom. All that means you gotta work harder. So whatever training you weren't doing, if you were fast in Germany, you're gonna come here, you're gonna look slow because the competition has risen. So what you gotta do as a player, whatever you think you didn't have to do, you're gonna have to double up that. You gotta get more explosive, and it's down to the player to move with his environment, bro. That's because guess what? Listen, say if that's the case where every player needs this and that, why don't we buy a Jared Bowen and put him on the right wing? Why we don't buy a Bowen or someone like a AU that play for Crystal? Why don't we? Why does clubs buy world class players then? Why do they buy these guys? Why not buy a 15 million rated player in the championship and just give him what apparently they need to make them flourish because of potential? So if I believe that you have a certain potential, that means that I think if I put 2 guys in a cell, close them up, I believe that Sancho is able to break out that cell quicker than the other guy because that's what I pay more money for. So if it goes back down to you need this and you need that, it just means that you're not better than a Jared Bowen. You're not better than a Ben Rama. That's the whole point. So stop backing these guys, bro, and start changing up positions for them. Sancho and Anthony, bro, if they're not cutting it, they're not good enough. It's not because they need a player false 9. Nah, bro, we're not going to do this season, side, because we're going to always have these players lingering around. You see, you remember James Garner? Everybody was crying that the guy needs to start. He went to Everton. Now he's playing right back. He's playing right back for England under 21, and he's playing right back for Manchester United. So people thought that he was going to be the future for us. Sometime, bro, you're not good enough. And my point, please, to like humans, bro. When you're in a different environment, look on your competition and work harder. And that's why Cristiano Ronaldo will always be my idol, bro. Step up your game, bro. Don't blame the league. Step up your game, bro. That's all. But as I said, be careful, said, because maybe, as I said, maybe the manager sees 6 guys and he's looking at he can flip them up all around and get something out of them. So yeah, that's me, man. Just big up, man. Assalamu alaikum, bro.
Salam, bro. Big up to you, man. Love for coming on, man. Big up to Pop's Pop there, man. Guys, still over 400 people watching. If you want to call in, don't be shy, people. Like I said, I'm going to be on here for another hour, 15 minutes. So if you guys don't call in by then you miss your chance, man. So make sure you call in, people, and come and have your say. We got Sham in the building from South Africa. What are you taking me, Sham?
How's it going, man? Said, are you doing okay?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad, man. What do you want to say, man? What do you want to talk about today, man?
Hey, man, you know what, Say? The last time I spoke, I was on for 8 minutes. So I want to try and keep it at least 3 minutes max, 4 minutes max. So sorry about that.
Yeah, man.
But
Say, it's all good,
no
man.
worries. I just want to take a step back quickly on that conversation because the conversation we had 3 weeks ago was what was the transfer plan? That was what we talked about back then. And I told you what looked like then was it looked like we were going for the top targets. Harry Kane, what's the centre back's name? Kim Min-jae. We were looking at Mason Mount. And the full signing was give or take Rabiot on a free. So that was the plan A that we initially looked at and we thought that might be the one. We're now looking at a plan B. And that includes Well, Mason Mount, which came from Plan A, which is because his price was okay. Rasmus
Yeah,
Hojlund, centre back, looks like the Sasi might be the one now, and
the
because of the
Sarsi.
situation
Yeah, yeah.
the situation that happened with David De Gea, it looks like we're bringing Onana. So it looks like we went for the Plan B. And I first have to say, from a positive perspective, I'm happy that we actually had decent Plan B options now. So I will say for that, because that was one of the things that I was going to look at. What is our transfer team doing now? Like, look at Plan A. If you don't have Plan B, depending on the funds, go for Plan B. Sorry, and I'm quite happy about. But now the situation side is the Plan B is probably being priced as if they're Plan A's. so,
And yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
so now we're sitting again in a situation where we like
Again,
just
it's
don't know what's.
incompetence. It's the feeling of, when you don't like kind of work hard to get your plan A, and they see you haven't done that, and then next thing you know, they price you up. We've been priced out
Yeah,
now by
yeah,
clubs because they know we're desperate.
exactly. This is the thing about it. Look, because there's a lot of people that support John Murto, and honestly, I think he's done a lot of decent things. One of the big standout plus thing that he done was bringing in
Mm,
Eric Ten Hag. Let's be honest,
mm.
it's a good
Yeah,
move. But the problem is,
absolutely.
if I've got a broken cupboard, because I hired a D-rank carpenter to install my broken cupboard, I don't go ahead and get a C rank carpenter to fix it. I go ahead and get like an A rank and just get the thing done properly. And the problem we have is now we've crippled by our previous mistakes. We've had so
Mm,
many problems with the previous regime, overpaying on players, making our funds, announcing our
mm.
funds to the world, and people got
Yeah.
pulled our pants down. And now we've got to bring someone who's, I would say, kind of like C rank compared to the D rank that we had. And he's not there, and he's now finding it difficult to actually go ahead and deal with negotiations in this
Mm,
market because he's not that experienced. So this is the situation that we're in right now, and it's kind of hard so to break down. But that's kind of all I wanted to say, Saeed. Not too much. I
mm.
want to talk maybe a little bit about the fact on the options. Look, I am starting to go in love with Rasmus Hojlund, but yes, like the guys have said, max 45 million, because I think Ten Hag in his mind, that was also something that he wanted to, that was the max that he was looking around 45, 50 million. But I do want to say that I'm happy also with the Taremi. I was actually looking at my own personal thing, nothing linked. I was actually looking at El Nesiri from Sevilla. There was reports going out that Sevilla was actually struggling financially. El Nesiri is in around the 26 age price range and kind of
Yeah,
has
that's
some
true as well.
elements of the
Yeah, yeah.
profile that's decent. But yeah, man, look, we'll have to see how the transfer window goes. I'm
What would you
happy.
say would be
Yeah.
acceptable transfer window for you? What would be an acceptable transfer window for you? Like you'd be happy with, content. Like what would be a kind of transfer for you that you'd find acceptable?
You know what, Saeed? I have to answer that question by giving you some context first. Here's my problem.
Okay.
That's the problem with being the sham, dude. Like, anyway, but I have to give you some context first, Saeed. I think we are at the part 2 of phase 1. I think Ten Hag, I mean, if you look at Ajax, the first full season, he had a decision with Overmars that said that they're going to spend more money than what they normally would at Ajax. They bought in Tadic, they bought in Daily Billand, right? We're not
Yeah.
at that point yet. We still at phase 1 because of the finances was available. So the managers probably looked at it and thought, well, you know what? I'm going to get in Mount. He fits in that middle range bracket. Get your Hojlund, get another guy, and that would be a team that would not win you the title. It probably wouldn't even challenge. It might get you a cup into and advance in certain competitions. So for me, that the guys that we have linked to us now, because I've made a personal acceptance that I think we're still in phase 1 again. For me, the signings that we linked to it's actually decent. Maybe the centre max got a bit of a question mark on him. But I would actually say that would be an acceptable market. The guys that we were linked to, your Hojlund, Mount, Onana, now they've got brought in, and I didn't actually think we were going to go for Disasi. Sorry, Amrabat. Amrabat is the other guy, the fourth guy. So
That's
I'd
a key
actually be
one for
happy.
me as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be happy with that market, but again, my expectation is this is another building block season. We're not here to challenge. If other people out there's views was that we needed to challenge, then I would understand why they would say this is a disappointing window. But I've just made it peace with myself that I think we're in part 2 of phase 1 now. And after this is when I start to see what Ten Hag's done in that first full season. We started to spin a bit over to try and compete. And he won the Dutch Premier League, he won the Dutch FA Cup, and he finished in the semi-final just to get knocked out by Spurs at the last three goals. So he's actually done well when he could see that the base was ready, and now he can spin. So we see what happens, Said. It's going to be interesting. But look, I've got so much confidence in Ahna, man. I'm busy with his book now, and it's an absolute amazing book. I would advise anybody to go and read it.
Okay, I might read it. I might get it, you know.
Have a look to it, because there's a lot of people that have talked about, look, don't compare Ajax to United. But if you look at what he's done prior to that, in 20 as a second team coach, when he went from there to PSV, I didn't know he was a scout. He was a scout at PSV. If you read his wiki pages, you won't find it. He was a scout there. Then he went to
he should do our scouting. He should do my
I think that's what he's doing. I think that's what he's doing. He's doing. I mean, PSV we went to Go Ahead Eagles. He managed there, and he was okay. Then he went to Bayern's second team, the Bayern second team with Pep. He was actually not working with Pep's team as an assistant coach. He was the second team coach, but he learned a lot from Pep, from observation and looking at the facilities. Then when he went from Pep back to was it FC? Not FC, to Utrecht. When he went to Utrecht,
yeah.
You can see there was a change in the way he looked at the game, at the not just the game, the facilities. He wanted small things like the grass to be cut. He wanted the balls that you open the cabinet for. He wanted that cabinet to be tilted so the balls roll out faster. He wanted the jerseys to be organized in yellow, green, blue. So it's, the ladies that pack the cool drinks out, he wanted them to pack it in rows so it's faster for the players. He observed that the facilities and those small details from what he could see at Bayern, that has actually improved the standard of the players inside the, in the training. They actually improved their standard based on the surroundings. So there was so much insight that he gave and so much changes that happened and adaptability that he's done from those seasons. And you can see similarities now. There was a player that he brought in Utrecht. It was one of the Bayern B players. He was a defensive midfielder. When he brought that player in, do you know what his comments was? His comments was, this guy is the cement between the stones. He said, this guy is the cement between the stones. Where have we heard that before? We've heard that when he brought in Casemiro. Read the book, Said. I mean, absolutely fantastic.
Definitely. No, you sold it. You sold it to me, man.
Yeah, man. It's amazing.
It, man.
It's an amazing book, and it just gives you so much insight into where he's thinking and the style of play is mentioned there as well. Pep comments on his style of play. He comments on his style of play. Anyway, Said, we'll do another book review another time.
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the chat, man.
All the best, Said, man. Keep it going, bro, man. See you, dude. Salam, bro.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Salam, bro. Love, man. Big up to Sham there giving his opinion. Guys, if you want to come and have your say, pinned comment to give your say, people, man. The link is in the pinned comment. And like I said, man, be good to see you there. Let's bring on Noah. Noah, how are you, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah, good, man. Good, man. What do you want to talk about, bro?
Listen, to get this straight out, I got to get out of my chest because, listen, I don't know what these clubs are going right now, this transfer. This buying Mason Mount still isn't, good enough for me because I know, listen, as long as this team, they need a lot of striker first, even goalkeeper, so as long as, listen, I know we might lose him, but I know we need lots of, Nana, even for him. I know he's a great player. We know him, how he's capable of. We know him, how we saw him on the Champions League against City. We know how he's good at it with his legs. He's pressing, he has good mentality. But I know this might help us. But for him, that is the question for the next season that I'm concerned for me. Because if we, last season about conceding our goals is much even going to be worse than, without De Gea is going to be tough for us. Said, better than that.
Of course.
Yeah, because as long as, because I know next season, listen, Ten Hag, he better sort this situation because, listen, I don't know, for me, because it's going to be hard to this, to predict for the top 4 race. Even, because Arsenal are doing well, their business, because even Declan Rice, Timber, even Kyle Havertz, Even City, Lucas, Kovacic, they have great players. There's no doubt about it. Even Spurs, they've signed Madison because they know what's right thing for the club. Why? The only thing what I don't understand is our club that the ownership does not care. As like I said this before, because I know some rumors that Sheikh Jazzy might be the next new owner of United because I don't know what they're doing because the deal must be done soon. As long as for me, still, I would rather to focus on get rid of the Glazers first. Then, if after that, I would rather to focus on getting rid of the players that I need. As long as it needs 10 players. That's like Ralph Ragnick said this before. We need 10 more players who have capability, who have qualities that believe in themselves. Because Fred, McTominay, even Maguire, those players, etc. They're not good enough for me because we can't just keeping those players that they're not even stepping up with their level. I don't know what's going to happen to this side. As long as this club needs to improve, needs to change by directors, everything. If they don't, we'll just have to protest every week. If things does not change this situation, I'm frustrated. I'm pissed.
Okay, I
That's
can
what I'm
see, man.
not
I can
going to
see.
accept. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
absolutely.
can say. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
absolutely. Noah, thank you very much for coming on, man. I appreciate your honesty. Big up to you, man.
Uh,
Love, man. Love, man. Let's bring on Yusuf. Yusuf, are you there, Yusuf?
Absolutely.
What's going on?
I was saying,
Yeah, not too bad. It's all good, man. What you
I
saying,
was scurrying around.
man?
I didn't know I'm going to come
Sorry,
on
man.
this quick.
Sorry, I caught you wrong time, man. Sorry, what are you
No
saying?
problem. All right, and you?
Yeah, man, not too bad, man. What do you want to talk about, man?
No, I'm relaxed.
Are you relaxed? You're not
Yeah,
panicking?
relax. You know what? I think we're going to have a good season. I watched the game last
Okay.
night. I mean, things look good.
Well, one game, and you think we're back now, yeah?
No, I don't think we're back. I just think we've got a good coach. I mean, it makes a difference.
Yes, that's a good.
I mean,
That's a big. Yeah, yeah.
it makes a difference. I mean, we're playing with patterns, and uh, I mean, the most excited I've been over the last 9 years, and the youngsters look good. Impressed by Mino,
Yeah. Kobe
and
Mino, quality player, man.
quality. I mean, 18 years of age and so relaxed and that sort of thing. When Hannibal looks good,
Yeah.
uh,
Where do
impressed
you
by
see a position
Savage
for
as well.
Hannibal? Quick question. Where do you see position for Hannibal?
Uh, I think between 6 and 8.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he could be a 6 or 8. But Mino impresses me. He looks. I mean, to me, I'm an old fan. He looks a lot like Paul Ince. I know people says he looks like Bogba, but
Okay.
yeah, he reminds me a lot of Ince. I mean,
Okay.
mm,
Probably
and
some more energy though, more energy and aggression more than anything. I know he was a good footballer, but I don't know. I think for me, he's him, man. He's a very very intelligent footballer, man. I like that Mino kid, man.
no, and he looks like he can drive with the ball. I watched him.
Yes.
I mean that's important. We don't have a midfielder that can drive with the ball. Both
No.
and Hannibal looks the same way. It looks like he can drive. I mean, it's nice. It's going to be nice for us to be able to call on him.
Mm.
I was in a range. I spoke sent a super chat on Rance's show the other day. I think Amrabat is going to be important, or someone of that ilk.
You think you could get Amrabat though? That's the problem.
I think we will. I think late in the window, I think we're going to make a bid for Amrabat. Or someone similar. I mean, if you look at our midfield, the two kids already look better than Fred and McTominay. And someone like Amrabat with Mount there. I think we're going to see. There's a reason he bought Mount. I think the days of Bruno might be might be the 8, and Mount might be the 10. What do you think
Mm.
about Bruno in a deep line position?
For me, Bruno, I think he's got now the manager to have to kind of play that position. But I think he's so much better going forward in that final transition. I think he's more better for me in that final third. I think for me, he's more devastating rather than playing a bit
No,
more
he
deeper.
is devastating. But the thing is, if you're going to play, sorry, my charge is a bit. I'm just trying to get my
Yeah.
thing on the charge.
Mm. Oh, he's gone there. He's gone there. Let's bring on Jarvis. Jarvis, how are you, my friend?
Hey, Said, how are you doing? Can you hear me well?
Too bad, man. How
Yeah,
are you?
I'm in the US at the moment, so I'm not in my regular studio, so I just
Oh,
have
I was
to
gonna
deal
say,
with it.
man. You where are you in the US?
Well, I'm in right now. I'm in Pennsylvania, but we're leaving tomorrow to Wild Dunes, South Carolina, and we'll be going up and
Okay.
down the East Coast, basically, and up to Buffalo and Niagara Falls and all of that.
Okay, my holiday
Yeah,
season, yeah. Holiday season, man.
it is.
Enjoy
It
it, man.
is. It
I'll
is. So,
enjoy
what's
it,
the
man.
topic
But
for the show?
no, we're just generally getting the feel of what fans are feeling right now in the transfer window. Situation about Onana, situation about Hojlund. How you
Yeah.
thinking the transfer window is moving? What's your overall kind of feelings around the transfer window?
Yeah, my feeling at the moment is we always struggle when it comes to transfers. We know that, and we can only do one transfer at a time, so that's the biggest problem. We move slow as always.
Mm,
I would like us to move next when the Onana deal is done, because I think that will be done in the next couple of days. Then we will move to Hojlund. Basically,
mm,
it's a lot of rumors going on from Italy now. 85 million pounds, 75, 60. Who knows
mm,
what is going to be? I think it's just they're
mm,
just playing us. I think we will get Hojlund for about 60 million. That will be a fair price
mm,
in my estimations.
mm, mm.
And after that, we have to move for Amrabat. He's the second midfielder I think we need.
Mm.
Uh,
Your guy, man, from the Scandinavian part of your country. You know what I mean? Like it should be a situation where, you know, a lot of Scandinavians do come to Man United. We've got a big history with a lot of Scandinavian players, especially Denmark. We had who's that player that we had at the back? Was he Norwegian though? The
yeah, we
defender,
had Ronnie
Ronny
Johnson,
Johnson.
Henning Berg,
Yeah,
Jesper Blomqvist, and in the
yeah,
80s we had the Jesper Olsen, if you remember him, the little winger. He
yeah,
was a magician. He was really good. So, and of
yeah,
course Peter Schmeichel and a lot of so the Scandinavian influence on Man United has been great over the years.
yeah.
And
Ollie,
right now, at the
yeah.
moment, I follow especially the youngsters. You know, Isaac Hansen.
Yes, yes. Very good. He did well yesterday, to be fair.
He
He did
did
very well
well.
yesterday.
He's a little magician. He reminds me of the guy in Real Madrid, the Croatian guy Modric. He has the
Okay.
same time of technique, and one of his biggest attributes is, I would say, spatial awareness. So he can
Mm,
go deep, receive the ball with the back against the goal, and turn around and just what do you say,
okay.
swift his shoulder and stuff like that. So yeah, but he's placed in a position that needs, you know, a lot of experience. So I wouldn't
Mm,
expect much from him the next couple of years. He needs time. He needs a couple of loans, but in
mm,
time he could be a great player to have in our squad, I think. And you know, he's from
mm,
my area, Tromsø, up in the north of Norway. So I have been following him
mm.
since he was like 12 years old. He was like a super talent.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, no. Hopefully he makes it, man. Because like I said, you want to see your fellow countrymen, and you know what I mean. So
Mm.
that's very, very good, man. But in terms of what we need right now, do you think? do- I, I know it's going to be slow, and we'll probably get things done. But are you kind of like thinking three more signings and that's us done? Maybe a striker, keeper, and then midfielder, or do you think it's only two? Where do you think the transfer window kind of finishes? Really, like you know, is there an
Mm.
end game for you? Like, is a specific number you're looking at?
Yeah, you know, we had the stream on my channel MUFC Realist TV yesterday with and
Yeah.
Andy Tate was on, and we were speaking about the takeover, and we have a theory that maybe it's done, but they won't announce it until the end of the transfer window, just to so the clubs won't go crazy when it comes to transfer amounts and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because basically we have about 250 million. We have 200 in overdrafts we can use, and then 50 and plus sales. So we can probably get players for about 300 if we play our cards right this window without the Saudi, no, the Qatari money. So if we play it right, we can do stuff. But you know, that's just a theory. We have no ins. I am not in the known, so it's just mine and mixed theory. So but yeah, I would say Hojlund will be next after Onana. Then I think we'll go for a midfielder. I hope we can go for Amrabat. I really liked him. I did a lot of research on him. He looks good. He looks really good. He's good on the ball. That's the thing. We need a player who can take down the tempo of the game and relax with the ball in his feet, not hot potato. And the only player we have who's like that is Eriksen at the moment. But the problem with Eriksen is he's getting older. He's gassing out. So yeah, I would feel Amrabat will suit us well. In my opinion, he's more of a deep lying playmaker than a DM. So he's not a replacement for Casemiro.
No. I think he's different. Man. He can drive with the ball as well. He's very, very
Yeah.
aggressive. He can run with the ball as well. So I think it's different to Casemiro, and I think it's needed though. Something that's different to Casemiro, but also can deputize when he's not available as well, alongside another midfielder. So yeah, man, I think hopefully we'll get that one over the line, and hopefully we get the other two. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see, eh?
Yeah. You know, he's only got one year left on his contract. Apparently, it's about 25 million euros. So that's a bargain, in my opinion. Maybe they will go a little bit up when Man United comes in. The Italian clubs always does. So maybe we have to pay 40. But even then, that's a good price in my estimations.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But after
Absolutely.
that,
Absolutely.
who knows? At the end of the window, last days, who knows? Maybe we can pull a rabbit out of the hat and get Kane for 50, 60 million, because we know Daniel Levy has to cave in. You can't let him go on a free. And Spurs, they need money. They built a new giant stadium. They got a lot of depth. So I think Harry Kane is doable unless Bayern Munich goes for him. But you know, Bayern won't pay 90 million for Harry Kane. They don't have the money for signings like that. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Jarvis, it's been a pleasure, man. We'll link up soon. Make sure you follow him, people. MUFC Realist TV, man. But Jarvis, we'll catch up soon, man. Oh, you gone there? I think he's crashed. Yep, his internet is gone there. Let's bring on Ivan. Ivan, how are you?
What's cool, bro? Hello?
Yeah, man, I'm not too bad. What are you saying?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's good? So you good?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
I'm good, man. You remember me, right? Just.
Yeah, man. Come on, New York.
From the bar, bro. New York.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking to myself because you went close to the camera. And when I see now your face, yeah. Big up, man. Big up, man. You at work?
Yeah, I'm at work right now. I'm like, let me hop on real quick and say hi to my man.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. What are you saying, man? You good?
I'm good.
What are you saying, man? Transfer window. Are you happy? Excited? What's the situation going on?
Listen, right now it's like the Glazers are getting me mad, bro. Can they like just sell the club? Like, what are they waiting on? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, how you call it, Elanga? I'm so glad that we're about to sell him. If we get 20 million for Elanga, that would be great. But I don't know if it's true. But if we get 20 million for Elanga, that would be great, man.
Yeah. You know what it is though? Do you think we should start a bidding war with Elanga, or should we just sell him what we can now?
Nah, I'll go with the bidding war, because if like two clubs are trying to get him, whoever brings up the most money, we sell it to that club. Yeah, I'll go with the bidding war right there. Because we need the money, bro. We need the money.
We do need the money, man. You know what I'm saying?
With the Hojlund situation, is it true though? Because I heard it's not true. 85 million. I don't think it's true.
You know, it came from the report from the Athletic, Laurie Whitwell. They also, the situation that is that they're rejecting any bids that come with players, so they don't want no player swap deals or etc. Like they want straight cash, and if Man United deem too high, then we have to look elsewhere, innit? You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
let's hope they can get it done for a reasonable price. 50 million for me, more than 50 million. That's mad
yeah, that's
for a
too
player
much. Yeah,
of his quality. You know what I mean? Right
that's too
now,
much.
we forking
Hmm.
that amount is madness, man. But then
Yeah.
again, there's no strikers out there, man. It's a odd feeling right now. I can't lie.
Hmm. And with the Onana, I thought it was gonna be done today, but I haven't heard anything, you know, from Fabrizio or anything like that. What's going on with that one? Onana.
Bro, Onana it should be done tonight, apparently. I don't know if they're saying that, you know, Onana could be done today. Sorry, tomorrow. There could be a bid
Tomorrow.
coming
Okay.
in tomorrow
Okay.
in
Okay.
that aspect. So I don't know, man. I'm hoping we get this done tomorrow, you know.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully, because we gotta take him to the preseason tour in America, you know. By the way,
yeah.
I wish you were coming to the Arsenal game. I'm gonna be there, bro. The Arsenal game.
Yeah. Are you there? Yeah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, man. Enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
I'm gutted I can't come, but listen, man. Hopefully next
Yeah,
time, man.
bro. All
We'll
right,
link up,
man.
man.
All
Big
right,
up,
bro. I'm gonna
bro.
catch you. All right, big up.
Love, bro. Love,
All
bro.
right.
Love, man. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Big up to everybody who's locked in. Guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I don't think there's many callers left. No, there's no callers left. Make sure you tune in later on America Talks. We're gonna be discussing the Onana news more in depth, people. So make sure you tune in 10 p.m. UK time. That's 5 p.m. in New York and probably the kind of mainstream America time zones. So yeah, man, tune in, people. 10 p.m. I'll see you there, man. Big up to everybody who's locked in, and I'll catch you soon, guys. Take care. Bye bye.